Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 23rd to the 29th of April 2018. There's a lot of energy going on in Capricorn at the moment as we begin the week with Pluto turning retrograde in Capricorn. So from now until September we're journeying back to our roots to reconnect with everything that supports us and to pull up, inspect and delete anything that undermines us. So this is largely in the realm of beliefs and roots, what we're standing on and for. So we need to be standing on firm ground, and anything that's infirm, a belief that we've held for a long time, may be a tradition. We're ready to inspect that and let it go now if it's not supporting us. So a great deal of core strength and finding the emotional charge behind the belief so we can see what that belief is, where it came from and where we've permeated that through the rest of our lives. Is it true? Is it ours? Is it helping? So we've got the next few months to really dig deep and to make sure that we are the current expression of ourselves and not hanging on to the past. This energy really ramps up towards Thursday as Mars meets with Pluto retrograde. So getting to that core spark, the core level of ourselves to really be able to be authentic takes a piercing introspection to get to the real basics, to get rid of a lot of the narrative, a lot of the stories and a lot of the baggage. We also have Venus moving from Taurus to Gemini this week, and this is the start of a fresh new adventure. Lots of fresh energy around us. We're going inwards, yes, but there is actually a lot of space that we've cleared around us for a lot of new opportunities to come into. So when Venus leaves Taurus, that's the home sign, we can deserve to accept and receive the gifts of this transit for the last month, which is gratitude, healing and unity. So have a look back over the last few weeks. Where have you healed? Where have you reconnected in spiritual union? And your creativity and gratitude. It's a very heartfelt energy, that one. So maybe take the gifts of that on Monday and Tuesday, because by Wednesday Venus moves into Gemini. This can be quite a scatty external combination because Venus is what we love, our heart, our creativity, and often our connections with others. And Gemini is very buzzy energy, but on a soul level this should be an opportunity to connect with others on a higher level and to start an adventure. Really, that feels like a brand new start here, putting our heart into something but letting it be free to fly. Lots of communication, but another example of head and heart, because Gemini can be in the mind, processing, running around, and Venus will bring that back to the heart. So really have a look at our communication and relationships, communication and creativity there, and make sure that we're always speaking from the heart to keep those two in alignment. We also have Saturn recently turned retrograde in Capricorn, so going back to the Capricorn energy, that is our core strength and our backbone. So really being responsible for who we are, our thoughts, words and actions this week as Pluto turns retrograde and meets with Mars. And another aspect with fresh starts inherent is the fact that Chiron has moved into Aries. So we're wrapping up the phase now of Pisces. It's been quite painful, quite emotional since 2011. We've had to go in really, and I think the basis of this has been the victim story and separation. Looking at anywhere where we feel that other people are having a go at us, that the world's having a go at us, where we feel small, separate, and where we've carried that wounded inner child forwards, that gets wrapped up now as Chiron moves into Aries, and like the Fool in the tarot, steps off the cliff with full faith that we're heading in a new light and bright direction, with trust, with faith and with levity. So Chiron will go back into Pisces this year just to wrap things up, but we're starting to see that fresh energy come through now. So a really stripy week here, because there's a lot of really deep, inward, authentic energy with the retrogrades in Capricorn. Quite a combustible day on Thursday as Mars meets with Pluto and possibly brings up a depth charge. And I feel this will be reflected in the outside world as well, so maybe a heavy news day on Thursday. But for us to keep connected to our core and to really know who we are. And then with Venus moving into Gemini, combined with Chiron moving into Aries, once we've jettisoned all the baggage, we should feel lighter. We should be heart-centred, so we don't need to know where we're going to, but we need to know where we're coming from. And then creating those opportunities and stepping through the doors as they open, the synchronicities as they unfold before us. So really a week of slow and fast, outer and inner, head and heart, balancing, letting go of all the density so that we can begin these fresh new journeys from a place of true authenticity. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. If you'd like to plot where these alignments are happening for you and see where you can best harness them, then I am available one-to-one or over Skype for readings. I also have the first of my tree walks coming up on May the 19th. You're very welcome to come back for free if you've already been on one of the walks, but if you'd like to join me for the first time, it's a lovely 2-hour walk to look at the myth, magic, healing and recognition of some of the major trees. And you also receive a copy of my Celtic Oracle deck. I have a number of meetups on my website, www.astrozo.com, and over the summer there will be a couple of tours to sacred sites as well, so please do come and check out my site for that. And if you'd like to learn this for yourself, then you're very welcome to come and join my private members group on Facebook or engage in any of my online courses. So for any of that, please do contact me, zoehines7@gmail.com.